welcome to another video, and today is not really a special video, but it is a special thing. I guess it's not special because there's nothing special going on, but anyway, it's not really an adventure map, it's just sort of like a for fun map, I guess, that you can play around on. And I guess there is still something you can do on it, but anyway, so as you can see, this is it. Now, it's not in the title here, but it's a guess it, as you probably see from the title of this video. Yeah, so these are how you play it. If you pause the video, I might be able to see, but I'm going to be showing you. Now, if you're watching to this point, you haven't just downloaded it, because there will be a download, which you probably haven't, but you don't really need to press the refresh button every round, only if you get new players, and I've got this, so I'm gonna push it. But yeah, and it's by me, so yeah, pretty much, yeah, just by me. I've made it. Yeah, I've got my brother on, and we're going to play a game. So if you haven't read this or anything, then I'll show you how to play it.
Why is it different?
What do you mean?
That's different from that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And you might be wondering, why is a hole here? Is it because, like, if someone punches someone or something and we die, then don't do actually demonstrate, so it'll take too long. But then it will spawn, like, up there, so it's a hole. But you can't really do anything. And I did make sure that it's always day, not, like, sometimes night. That way it's kind of weird. It'll be like, oh, it's too dark, I can't see what you're building, because if you haven't read it, I'll show you. So, I think I'll be the builder, so whoever pushes the button, or whoever's closest to the button when it's pressed, is going to be the guesser. So I got this command block, and when you look down, you go in creative, so that way you can, like, see, like, you can look in it and edit the command. But I'm going to make something, so let me see. What could I make? Okay, so I've got an idea. I'm gonna do it, but now you should make a rule like no capitals or something. You might consider making that so that, because this, I'm putting in here what he has to put in his command block, basically. So if this doesn't make sense to you, I'll explain it. So I'm going to put what I'm building, and he doesn't know it, because he shouldn't, and I haven't told him or anything. And I'll put that in there, and push the button, and now I have 120 seconds, aka 2 minutes, to build my thing. So he has a command block up there. You can't really see it right now, but he does have a command block, and he is gonna put in what he thinks it is. And you saw what I had at before. I put it in here, and he has to put that in. So yeah. Yeah. Yay! So the guesser guessed it, and it will say the guesser did not guess it if the 2 minutes went by and he did not guess it. So yeah. So that's basically it. Now you probably don't have an idea, but I'm gonna guess it this time to see what it looks like. So do you have an idea?
Nope.
I didn't think so. So yeah, and he's not the best at spelling, so we can't do complicated words. But yeah, probably cut the video so that you don't have to wait. So I think I might want to mention that I think he has an idea, but this, oh, I got wool. But anyway, he is going to build on this, and I have to look straight down. I can't look in it. I have to look straight down, and this is what I'll guess he's going to build. So maybe he doesn't have an idea. But yeah, that was just something to mention to what I'm doing. So I'm up here. Before I was down there building my car, but now I have, he's starting. Now I'm up here and guessing. So that he's gonna.
I don't know how easy this thing will be to make or for you to guess, but we'll have to find out. Oops, alright.
It's a square. takes a city. Yeah, the cup. So yeah, that was pretty much. Now I have an idea, so you push it.
Okay.
Alright, so now let's do this. So yeah, I think you know how to spell this, hopefully. 5.
Chocolate!
I don't think you know how to spell that.
Nope, I don't.
I barely do. I know I might get it wrong if I tried. Okay. The only concern about this map that I have is there are a couple ways you can glitch it out by like, well, things you might expect, like by like nothing in the command blocks or something weird like that. But yeah, and also like you might not have enough wool, so it's not the best because as you can see, I just ran out of this block, so I might, yeah, I don't know. So it is a bit of a problem, but I guess we'll think this as brown.
Okay.
So all the same color. So all brown. I'm actually consider doing this first. I only have 43 seconds. Oh no. I can't actually go any higher than this, but... Oh, dang it.
What in the world?
You can't tell what that is?
No. I can't.
It's a grass block.
Well, I said grass, I didn't put in the block.
Why?
Because the grass blocks don't usually have grass going over the block. Usually the grass is just the top layer is grass.
Well, yeah, but that makes it look better and like more 3D.
Well, that kind of threw me off. Hey.
Hopefully you know how to spell this. But yeah. Let's build it. You can't place it on dirt. This is the problem because you're in adventure mode. Otherwise, you could kind of break out and you mine anything, I guess.
You got bedrock.
Yeah, but what was I gonna make again? Yeah, okay, I remember. I don't know how good that looks. Is that sweet? No, that's not right. Yay! It's clock.
Cool.
Yep. So
Yeah, I want to do one.
okay, so I push. So I'm gonna be the guesser.
It's probably going to be easy, but...
Who cares? It's still kind of fun. So if you want to try this out and you want to play this, make sure you have one other player on. Otherwise, we'll glitch it out. If you have 3 players, it might glitch it out as well. But make sure that you can. There will be a download link in the description, so you can play this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just have to put it in your Minecraft folder. Make sure it's not in like snapshots or an older version, or it might not work. So yeah, well, it might be. Yeah.
Hey.
So yeah. The idea. Well, hold on, maybe I do. Well, can you push it?
Twink.
What's a good one? Oh, I know one. I've gone. Oops, I'm not that. No, here we go. Alright, so. Let's build it. Here goes. It's a pretty easy one. Yep, it's a sun. So yeah. So just if you want to do this, make sure it does count like capitals. So make sure you don't have any capitals, or you have all capitals, or whatever. And so it's not like they get it right, but they don't actually it count, because it does have to go that. So you have to get it right on the capitals. So we just say no capitals, and then it's good. But yeah. So I think that's a good enough thing, and now it's time for the redstone. Alrighty, so we're here at the redstone. So, now, as you can see, there is, I don't know if you call this a lot or not very much, but now we don't actually need 2 of these. We don't really need 2, we don't really need 2 of these, and they're kind of different, but I guess that's just what happened. But anyway, so let's start with the refresh button. So there's no barriers here. So yeah, there's this that you could have read in there, yeah. So you should have read it. But anyway, let's start with the refresh. Now you didn't really need to read this, but whatever. So refresh. This just sets all players' time ticks in game to 0 and time ticks to 2,400. And I'll get to why that is in a little bit. But anyway, so that's what happens when you press the refresh button. When you push start, it will teleport the nearest player over here, you guess, and it will I guess, I don't know if it needs this, but it'll just set the game to 0. Now, I don't think it needs to be on repeat, but whatever. And then it gives them shears that can break wool, and wool that can be placed on any type of wool or grass. And the same thing, just the different kinds of wools, all to get the colors. Now, if you're wondering the colors, you could have seen it in when I was playing, but, and then lastly, it just teleports them right here inside this little place right here, as you can see up right here, where this is where they do it, and this is what they put in right here. And when you push the button, it will clone what's there up here, and that's what it tests for. And then it teleports the player right over where they build, and then it will just set game to 1, because now there is a game going. And I'll get to like say what happens then and stuff like that. So then, just every second, aka 10 ticks, it will remove time, or seconds, time 1. So that's what, as you can see, it says minus 138. That's just because it's been going, but it doesn't appear at the right of the screen because it's not there. So this long line will just make sure it has the scoreboard objectives, time ticks, time, game, and yeah, then it'll test for blocks, the 2 command blocks. That's how it knows when the player gets it right. And when that is, then it'll say that guess or guessed it, title it in the front of your screen, teleport, set game to 0 because there's no longer a game going, test for it, and then that's not part of it anymore. But now, or this isn't part of it. Test for game 0, that is, then put nothing on the sidebar over here at the right. Then put air right here, and I'll get to what that does in later. And test for if game's at 1, then it will make time on the right. Put a redstone block so that it will power, so it will set time seconds to 120. That's how we know, like, the 2-minute stuff. And it will set time ticks to 2,400. Now, if you didn't know that that is 2 minutes in game ticks. Okay, so now put the redstone block, and then it remove time ticks 1, that's how it goes down. Now the reason we can't just say once this, well hold on, I'll get to that later, so then it will test if time ticks is at 0. Now the reason we can't just test for if time is at 0 is because we can't like test for that player. We can't, because it's not a player, it's just a scoreboard thing, I guess. So we have to test for time ticks and then say the guesser did not guess it, and so that they didn't guess it, and then it'll title that scoreboard, set the game to 0 because there's no longer a game going, teleport all the players over in there, and put, if the game is at 0 again, it will set time ticks to 2,400, so that if there isn't a game going, then it'll make sure that it doesn't randomly, like, say the guesser did not guess it or something. Set block a command block in somewhere, I'm not quite sure where, but somewhere around there, and somewhere, but yeah. And then the reason why this is floating is because otherwise it would constantly set me to game mode adventure, then I can't look in command blocks, so it doesn't know what it is. So we have, then it would set the game mode adventure, but that's why it's floating, so that we don't constantly be on adventure, and so I can't show you the commands. And then it'll make sure, if there's a command block, if they're looking straight down and there's a command block beneath them, game would see the player so that they can look in it and edit it, because you can't look in command blocks in survival mode. Send command feedback to false, that way it won't constantly say your game mode event has been updated to adventure or creative or whatever. Set block dirt, which we don't really need, you might need, but I'm just making sure. Put some dirt somewhere else. Now, but when it was buggy, I didn't like take away certain things, so that's something to watch out for. It doesn't take away, it didn't take away certain things, so they're kind of running even if they don't need to be running, so that maybe it will cause extra lag. But because when it was a bit buggy, I needed them, but then I didn't want them, but I can't really, it's hard to it's hard to get rid of a command block. And then the game spawn radius to 0, so that they will spawn at a certain place. Set world spawn, so that they will spawn over there. And the radius, make sure they don't spawn in like a 20 block radius, they spawn 0 radius. Then it tests for if game 0s again. Set block stone, where exactly is it doing? Oh yeah, stone over there, where my plus cursor is right now. Yeah, and then it will again test for game 0 and then put air over there, right in between those command blocks, and then it just puts a command block somewhere. So now the last part is it'll just put command blocks to say put guess and put answer here, and then it'll fill air so that way you don't have the build still there when it's a new game. And then lastly, it just clears their inventory so that they don't go in this room with wools and shears. And the reason I use shears isn't just because I wanted to, is because they actually destroy wool faster, so it's faster, yeah. And yeah, so and there will be a world download in the description. Put it in your saves folder. Make sure you're not in any snapshots or no snapshots, no snapshots, no like older versions. Definitely not 1.8, otherwise this is never going to work. I mean, 1.10, I don't think that'll work. It might though. 1.9, probably not. 1.8 can't work. And older, yeah. And if it doesn't work, and if he gets a lot of likes and stuff like that, then I'll be sure to make an update to it if it gets ruined with a new update. I'll make sure to make an update, and if you like it. If you don't like it, then why do it? So only if it gets like likes and views and not very many dislikes or something. I probably won't look into the dislikes very much, but yeah. So if you like this map, well, give it a like, and this video a like, and be sure to give it a like if you like it and you want it fixed, if a version broke it or something, like if 1.12 changed something, or if 1.13, or if you're like, well, if you're watching this in a very old, like 1.20, if that's going to come out, then, well, there should be an update if command blocks haven't changed. Otherwise, it's going to be an old video. And probably it's just going to be updated to have better features. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. And yeah, so I think, yeah, that's all I've needed to say. I mean, that's the redstone. Now, if you're wondering why I have like 10 observers, that's so it activates every tick. And yeah, so there's an anvil, so I renamed some of these command blocks. Because if you didn't notice, if I run something, if I might break the map, but still, who cares? Apple. Okay. So yeah, we'll put that in there, and then put, oops, there's barriers, yeah, and put nothing in here. And as you can see, I broke the map, but what was I think I was gonna say something else about it, but if I activate it, then something would have happened or something. I don't know. But yeah. So that is gonna be it. So yeah, that's one way you can break the map, by doing this. But yeah. So I think that is gonna be it. So yeah, just put it, if you want this, make sure it's not in old versions, and yeah, this would be an old video, if not, and it would get updates. But yeah, so if you're in like 1.20, anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoy!